Good morning, traders. Welcome to this week's Cryptocurrency Weekly Outlook. I hope you all had a wonderful week. Not a great week for most people. I was reading a tweet on one of the tweeters that I follow on Twitter, and this person was saying his father bought 500,000 worth of Doge. At some point, went on to become a multi-millionaire. But now with the current market crash, I use the word crash very carefully, that person has now gone on to be broke from multi-millionaire with a 500,000K investment and now broke with the current market conditions. It just goes to show that there are no guarantees in the market. And when you are investing, you need to invest with caution and only invest money that you can afford to lose. So it has been a bloodbath in the crypto space over the last couple of days. I hope you have been safe and using risk management. Let's have a look at how we're going to be looking at the market and where we expect the crypto market to go in the coming week. Before that, if you'd like to contact us, you can check out our contact details under the description of all our videos. If you open any of our videos under the description, you will find our contact details, including the link to our website. Our website is ELLIOTTWAVE-principle.com. You'll also see on the home page we've got a Twitter feed. You can follow us on Twitter. We post a lot of updates there, almost 30 to 40 tweets every single day. So you can check out all the updates about our services, our charts that we post, and everything that we're doing here for our members. So that is what we've got there on the website. And for the rest of the contact details, you'll find them as I've indicated under the description. There's also a WhatsApp number you can use there. You can follow us on TradingView. We also have a Facebook page, which is identical to the Twitter page. So that is what we have. Incidentally, this is just pop up here. I did not plan this, guys. Look at this video. It's a very important video that I did back in 2017. Let's see here. Google has just pushed it up here onto my watch list here. So look at this video. I'm looking at this. I remember what I was doing here. So go and check out that video. That is a weekly outlook for the 30th of October in 2017. I was detailing all the Elliott Wave corrections that you can find. All right. So just check out that video. Very interesting one. You can learn something there. Let's start with this week outlook. Where do we expect the crypto market to go? So let's have a look at how it has played out first, and then we continue. Right, so this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we have been looking at this bigger corrective structure here. We're looking at this move here as a wave for and a move to the upside. So we looked for Bitcoin to drop into the blue box around this level. So how did Bitcoin play out? We have dropped around the blue box area. We were expecting it to drop to just around 40,000, 39,000, but we have dropped lower than that. Now Bitcoin trading at around 36,000. What is the direction? Is this the crash? Do we lose all our investment? So let's have a look at the structure on Bitcoin. But before that, let's just look at the rest and how they played out. So Ethereum right at the top, we expected a corrective structure here as well to drop to around these levels, but we've traded even lower than what we had forecasted there. So as we speak now, Ethereum is trading at around 2,200. We'll look at the current structure. This is Ethereum. This is the drop. Now that does not look like three waves anymore. So we've already dropped lower than what we expected the bounce to happen. So what is next now? Let's have a look at Bitcoin first. Let's have a look at the bigger structure. Let's zoom out a bit and see what the direction is here on Bitcoin. We're currently trading at around 38,000. Let's have a look at the weekly chart on Bitcoin. So this is what we looked at Bitcoin as. We have been looking at Bitcoin, if you've been following, to be making a structure like this. This is a wave one, this is a wave two. So we have been expecting these to be making 5 waves here. So we expected that we're still going to have another wave like this here. Let me just show you. 1, 2. As we are forecasting, we're still expecting one more up here before this deeper corrective structure. So now our invalidation level here for this structure is this one here, because we cannot have this. If this is the structure here, we've got wave 1, 2, 3. If this is a 3, we cannot have wave 4 coming into the territory of wave 1. So as it is now, we are still expecting this to continue to the upside, but this corrective structure is not complete as yet. So we are going to be focusing at this corrective structure, the current downside that we've seen over the last couple of days. Where do we expect the market to go? Because we have been expecting this to be making a 5-wave corrective structure. As it is now, we've still been expecting this to be our wave 4. But this wave 4 will only be invalidated if we get into the territory of wave 1, which is at 20,000. So we cannot have Bitcoin touching 20,000, otherwise it's going to change the whole structure. So now let's focus there now on this wave 4 here. Where do we expect that to go? So we're going to go into the lower degree on the 4-hour. Now looking at the 4-hour, we've got our drop to around the blue box area, and it looks like we've had a bit of a bounce there. I don't expect this to be the bounce that's going to take us all the way up to wave 5. We have made these 5 waves here. It doesn't look like this wave here is complete, so we're going to have this one as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're looking at this now as 5 waves. If we're going to get a bounce, that bounce should come back to around the 50% of this whole move, and then we're going to look for this one to continue to the downside. As long as it does not touch the 20,000 area, we're going to be looking for Bitcoin to be making a corrective structure here. So how far will it come down after the correction? That will only depend on how far this pullback comes here. Let's just come back here. I've lost my annotation here. All right, so how far will Bitcoin drop after the pullback? That will depend on how deep it pulls back from there. Let's show this one here. What do I mean by that? So if this is a 5-wave move here, we can pull back to around 50%. But if we do that, then that will be the expectation here to the downside. But this could pull back. We cannot confirm how far this will pull back. Let's do this here again. Make this one a little bit bigger. 1, 2, 3. We can have this one pulling back to around these levels. It can even make a flat correction back to the all-time highs, but this is very unlikely looking at how impulsive this is. So we'll expect this one to pull back to around 50, 61%, and then drop around those areas again before pushing to the upside. The 20,000 level will be the critical level for Bitcoin, because if that is breached, then the impulse structure to the upside will be invalidated. So let's have a look at the rest of the structures. Now for the rest of the structures, we're going to look at the current pulsing moves. So just like with Ethereum, we're coming down here. This is now 5 waves within this corrective structure. So we'll be looking for this one to be making a 5-wave move here, a pullback just like with Bitcoin. So we're going to be looking for a corrective structure here as follows. So again here, we're going to be looking for this to make a corrective structure here in the bigger degree. So the downside is not complete, guys. Even if you're going to see a deeper bounce here, it will not be a move to be going to for the next wave to the upside. So that's just how I'm looking for the word here. That's just how erratic the crypto market is. That's the word I was looking for. The crypto market is very erratic now. Just to put these things to perspective, a week ago, Ethereum was about 4,500 all-time highs, and now it has crashed over 50% of its value. So it is very erratic market, and you need to always be safe when you're trading the crypto markets. Right, so this is Ethereum. We're looking for the pullback and then downside, and then that will be what we'll expect here. We should be in this corrective structure for a while. It's not just going to bounce up from there. So Litecoin, so we've got an impulsive move to the downside, just like the rest of the cryptocurrencies. It is exactly the same structure for the rest here. So we've got a move to the downside here, 5 waves. We should expect a pullback in 3. Again, we're not expecting that to reverse from there. We should see lower levels like that. So the crash is still not over. We're still expecting more downside. Now, Ripple, as you remember, Ripple, we were expecting this one to continue to the upside here and then give us a push to the downside like this to make a flat correction. That did not happen. So that means that Ripple, this was all a correction, and we're expecting this one to continue to around these levels before any push to the upside or any bounce. Dogecoin, as I was speaking about Dogecoin, one of the very interesting coins. Look at this here. So with that Doge, we had our trade set up here. We bought Doge around these levels. if you remember the last trade setups that we shared here in the last 2 weeks. So we got out of this because we had a very strong divergence here. Now, Dogecoin, last week we looked for it to be making a structure like this: 1, 2, 3 waves and then a bounce. Now we're getting a bounce. Does that mean Doge is done with its correction? That's not what it means. We've completed the corrective structure that we have been expecting, because we wanted a correction for the whole move. Now, a bounce up here does not mean that the move to the upside has started. It could just mean that we are now making a double as follows. We could make another double like this, and then we make a push to the upside, a WXY corrective structure. So the bearish market here could still be in play for a while. Okay, so we could be looking at this to be a corrective structure and then a push to the upside. Okay, so that is how we're looking at Doge, and the rest of the cryptocurrencies are playing out similar structures. ADA has flashed like the rest of the cryptocurrencies. We've got a pullback here. These are 3 waves here. This push to the upside is 3 waves, so it could still come down here as follows, and then we can move to the upside. So we are not even talking about a pullback at this stage. We're expecting this to continue to the downside in the next week as well. So that is how we're looking at the crypto market for this week. So I'm just going to go to Link as well. Let's have a look at Link. So it is all around similar structures for all the cryptocurrencies. Let's have a look at Link. Exactly the same. So there is no difference. All of them doing the same structures. So an impulse down in 5 waves. Now we're going to expect at least a 3-wave pullback. So this 3-wave pullback could be in any corrective structure, whether it becomes a flat, a 3-wave, or a double correction. So that's what we're looking at on Link and the rest of the cryptocurrencies. So the bearish market, the general trend here is that we are in a bear market on the cryptocurrencies. For now, we're not expecting any bounces as yet, but for the long term, I'm still invested in the cryptocurrencies, and we'll expect a bounce soon. Technically, not emotionally, not something that I'm hoping to happen, but technically we are going to still be in a bullish market. How long will that take? That is the only thing that we cannot determine. Have a great week, everybody. If you like what we do, please drop us a like, drop a comment. We appreciate your input. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you can get an alert next time we upload a video. Trade responsibly and have a great week. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.